Hello everyone, today we will be making a 3D game in Unity. So first you'll want to create a game and make sure that it's 3D in the Unity hub. Okay, so then go to 3D Objects, Cube. This can be our ground, so just name that ground. And make a new material in a folder we will call that. Okay, we can make create and material. Great. So this can just be gray, a darker gray, and make the metallicness like that. Smoothness a little down. Go like this. There, nice. So we'll want to make sure that the position is 0, 0, -1, and it can be fairly big, 10, 1 by that, and I don't know, 100 by that. And we can make this camera go back and have to focus on it. Okay, so now we need our player, so I'll just create a new cube. We can make a new material for him. Material, great. This can be red. Yeah, nice light red. Make sure that smoothness is pretty low. Metallicness is a little up there. That looks pretty nice. So we'll just be making a game like what Brackeys did. Really quite simple. Just put that down. So we just want the camera to be focused on the cube, and we'll call this cube player. And the main camera can go -1 and 1. Oh, probably 0 by the X. And then yeah, -4. So that just means relative to the player. So then if we move the player around, the camera goes with it. And okay, so now we have all that. We can make the player have a script that makes him move all the time. So we call this script player. Create an add. Go into Visual Studio. So this will be a little bit different than 2D. So we'll want it to be update so we'll want to make sure that there's rigid body RB is equal to and make sure that it is public. And there we go. We have that. And then in the void update, rb.velocity is going to be equal to new vector3, and then we want the Z to be moving, so 0, 0, and then maybe 10, or we can just make a new variable called speed, so public integer speed, and we can make that equal to 10 automatically, and then we can just change this to be speed, so that if it's too slow we can change that really easily. Then we can go back here, should have the player rigid body. Okay, so now we just need to add a rigid body 2D, oh sorry, not 2D, just rigid body, and a box collider. And then if we just press play, alright, so that's special. Let's just watch this from the scene view to see exactly what's happening. Okay, so it is working, but it's kind of tumbling around. We do not want that, so there's an easy fix for this. We can just make it so that it can't rotate. Perfect. Or actually, sorry, we can make there be a physics material. So right here, physics material, and make it so that there's 0 friction, so that it's totally fine. It won't bounce against the ground. You won't notice anything happening, but once you go here, you'll notice pretty quickly he's not falling off he's not tumbling all over the place looking real weird. Oh, and there. And then it'll start to fall. Okay, so maybe the ground can be just a little bit longer. Yeah, that's fairly long. And then let's go back to here. There, perfect. Okay. So now we want there to be a little bit of control. So we can just go to player, and under the player script, we can add simple movement. So now what you want to do is you want to make float h equal input.getAxis horizontal, and then rb.velocity equals new vector 3, and then h times time dot delta time, and that times, and then our side to side speed, and that's 10. So we can just do that, side to side. So make sure to freeze the freeze rotation Y, and then make sure that the side to side speed is 5,000, and if we just press play, then we can move side to side. And as you can see, there's a weird shadow glitch right here, so we just want to kind of get rid of the shadow. So we can just turn cast shadows to off, and then that should make it, there we go, nice and smooth. It might look a little weird, but if we just go to the main camera and change the background to be white and it to be solid color, I just press play here. Okay, make sure that it's more gray. There we go. And now the player is moving across this. And we can just press this Y here, make it, we can make it so it's more 2D, and then we can add some challenge to this game. So we can make a cube, and we can just call this, I don't know, obstacle, and then make it like a black. So I just go to matte, and we create a new material, and we make this very metallic. Oh, not very smooth, but very metallic and dark, so you can definitely tell that this is an enemy or an obstacle. And if I just change this Y to be 1 and do Control D, press this and do Control D, Control D, Control D, and you can make this more fancy, of course, but just to make it, just for the sake of simplicity, we can make it like this. For some reason the shadows are quite strange. I'll just get rid of all of them. There you go. And now you have the kind of game. And yeah, there you go. And that's how you make a really, really simple 3D game in Unity.